the deal with Goetia, this is shamanism, basically. If you want me to give a short overview, this is shamanism. Kind of like a medieval shamanism, I would call this. Christian magic, medieval shamanism. It's rumored to go back to King Solomon in the Bible. That's not true. King Solomon probably didn't even exist. It's like Zeus or something like that. He's a legend. He probably didn't really exist, or if he did exist, he didn't exist. And he didn't, conjure demons to build temples. That's probably just a myth, just like the Adam and Eve. Doesn't mean we can't work around that myth and understand the meaning, but that's probably didn't happen in real life. If you believe the Garden of Eden happened in real life, that's your that's fine with you. This is Christian-based magic, though, so you have to believe in something. What Aleister Crowley did in creating Thelema, or what he was attempting to do, which I don't know if he really was successful, especially modernly, how fragmented Thelema is, and with all these different OTOs and all these people claiming power, and it's just royalty. People claim titles, or I don't know. It's a mess. What Crowley was trying to do with Thelema was actually just, create a framework for somebody to go into things like the Goetia or Enochian, which Enochian is wholly separate. Here's some other books. I'm going to do a thing on Enochian. It's separate, but there is some, it uses somewhat different things, but it is similar that it's a grimoire in the grimoire tradition, which is I think it's a grimoire tradition. I think it's more of a modern thing that actually happened probably more like in the early 2000s, early 2000s here. You would think, well, this is from the Middle Ages. We should have translated and did this. They're just, I don't know. I could relay back to some of the authors here, but I don't think that there was enough of a demand for this stuff, because it is considered, dark magic and necromancy, and you're conjuring demons, essentially demonology. Where there was satanic panic. So that put a kibosh on a lot of stuff. Like when I was a kid, I only had a few books, the Necronomicon. There was a Satanic Bible, which these are not like at these level of books. Even if this is a little bit more, but those books were put out, as in a sense they were kind of like stunts, but they do have some real occult stuff in them. But the Church of Satan, and it was just a series of stunts in my, Anton LaVey was a showman. How his ideas were a little bit juvenile. They attracted teenagers a lot. That's how I got involved with that book. Somebody loaned it to me in high school. It's not going to show you any of these things. The Necronomicon, those kind of things, they're not going to really help you to get into Goetia, in my opinion. Okay? If you want to get into Goetia, you could, even starting here is not that good. I would start with something like this. This is a Papist, Occult Science. This basically gives a framework, from what Aleister Crowley was trying to do with Thelema. Give a framework religion, or a framework of ideas, so you're not coming in. Because if you're coming in with no knowledge at all, you don't have any of the knowledge of this. You don't know, the powers of the Sphinx. Here you could, you don't know astrology at all. You don't know things like, here's a whole diagram he did about the will. These things these things were. The OTO and Thelema and people that are into Thelema, they think Aleister Crowley invented this stuff. This is before Crowley was born. This book was put out. Okay, and there was there was H.P. Blavatsky, Madame Blavatsky. There was, these things were known. Crowley just kind of took everything and put it into his own thing and said, "Worship me with my cult religion." And I'll try to, I will help you and prepare you to get into the Goetia, and you should be scared because there's demons and you can't handle demons, but I can handle demons. So this is like where somebody like Aleister Crowley back then was coming from, and where a lot of people come from today. It's not necessary. There's really cool people that are involved with this stuff. They're not scary or anything.